What's up, everybody? Dr. Vince Leone here. Welcome back to the show, and thank you so much for tuning in again. I really appreciate it. This week's episode, how to start and grow your Instagram account rapidly. Now, if you already have an Instagram account and you're like 1,000 or more followers, you don't need to watch this. This is for the doctors that are either A, they don't have an account yet and they just know they need to get in the game, not sure how to do it. So that's that camp, or they have an account or they have less than a couple hundred followers and they're like, how do I grow this thing? How do I use it to grow my practice and expand my reach into the community? So before we jump in, go ahead and subscribe. I have some new training available at chiropracticconsulting.co. So go ahead and check that out. And we're going to be doing a screen flow today, because there's lots of, like I said, tactics, tools, strategies. You may want to take some notes, but let's go ahead and jump there right now. Okay guys, so here we are, how to start and rapidly grow your Instagram account. And what's going on here? Before anything, okay, we got an open account. So if you don't have an account yet, go ahead and go to Instagram.com and sign up for your account. Now, with your name, I would recommend that this be your clinic name, and then on your username, I'd recommend you use your full doctor name. So drvinceleone.com, or not .com, Dr. Vince Leone, or if that's not available, try using periods, dr.vince.leone. Okay, and then just make this account just for business, okay? Let's not confuse things from a personal and professional standpoint. Now we really want to obsess about our bio and link in the bio, okay? So you only get one link. And so you make sure it's gonna do what you want them to do, right? Because our goal is to take people off Instagram and to your business page, right? So, and then, so you're saying, well, where should I take them? Well, yes, you can take them to your website, but it's not super ideal. Like if your goal is for them to make a new patient appointment, then I would recommend taking them to a scheduling page, right? So in the bio, what's important about the bio is this is your chance to kind of shine very quickly, because if someone sees a post that they like, they'll usually click on your picture and they'll look at your bio. And so, maximize that space, okay? That's like Beverly Hills real estate. So, you want to put a little bit about your, very, very briefly, right? You don't have a lot of space, but, a little bit about yourself. And by the way, you can go down, you can keep going down in terms of the lines. I don't know how many lines you get exactly, but at least like 5, 6, 7 lines. And what I'd recommend is look at some other accounts that are doing really, really well. You can look at influencers, you can look at celebrities, like look at their bios and see what they do and just copy them. You want to make it look good. Use emojis, talk about, a little, maybe one line on your practice, one line on yourself, something you're passionate about, and then why they, and then click here to schedule an appointment, new patient appointment, that type of thing. And then that link, again, will hopefully go to a booking page. That's what I'd recommend, is going to a scheduling page, and you can, obviously Calendly or Schedulicity, those are both good options. Now, it has to look great on mobile. 99% of users, wherever you're taking them away from Instagram, it has to look good on mobile, because that is what people are on, okay? So that is super important. Now, number 2, have an epic content strategy. So for the first aspect of an epic content strategy is be consistent, okay? People that use Instagram regularly, they want, they just won't remember you, unless you're there daily, okay? So at least one time daily. And I know that may seem like a lot, but it's just a matter of kind of getting into the habit of it. And by the way, guys, this is another marketing strategy. So this is another pole in the water, if you were using the fishing analogy. And a lot of people are posting a lot more than one time daily. Like 3, 5, 8 times daily. So it's, we're not going to go crazy here, but just know we need to be consistent. Now, quotes are a little bit boring. Let's try to deliver a little more value than just a quote, okay? A quote, gets the response typically of, not super awesome. So try to deliver value, okay? And when I say that, it's like, hey, if you're a chiropractic office, traditional chiropractic, you're doing neck pain, back pain, start delivering regularly, tips on, hey, 5 common causes of neck pain, or what to do after a car accident, or that type of thing. Like if you did common causes of neck pain, or say, oh, there's 3 common causes of neck pain, and then, or 3 ways to treat neck pain, or the 4 things to do after getting in a car accident. And you can string those out over several posts, and so you have a little series there, and that's good because that gets people to, it's like reading a book. So, but let's try to deliver value versus, a quote that seems really cool and blah, blah, blah. Now, hey, I'm I'm guilty. I've done quotes, but, and I like quotes, but they get a little tired. Like if you're going to do a quote, do it sparingly, okay? Now, because you'll look at some quotes or some accounts and it's all quotes. And it's just like, are they even doing that? Is that someone else? It's just dumb. But now aesthetics are critical, okay? So Instagram, it's a picture app, okay? So it's founded on cool looking pictures. So we need to make them look really good. Now, one tool to do that is canva.com. Really like that. They have a free and a paid version. The free version is pretty robust. So, you probably won't need to use the paid version unless you get, more advanced. And so you want to make it, spend a little bit of time, on each little post. That's why I say just start with one a day. So, spend 10 minutes, 15 minutes creating a cool looking post. Next, and by the way, you will not be Picasso in the beginning, okay? And that's okay. Just you start and you get consistent and you get better, okay? So that's the key is the consistency, and then you will improve over time. Next, now this is for a more advanced user. There's a website called ink361.com, and it gives you a lot of information about your own account, but also your competitors' accounts. So it allows you to spy on them, which is pretty cool. Now, again, more for advanced users. And next, you have to tell them to click on the link in the bio. And by the way, don't sell every post. Don't try to get someone to sign up every post. Like that is annoying. So I like a 1-to-5 ratio. So if you have 5 posts, one is all about getting them to make an appointment. And then the other 4 will be delivering value, okay? So don't sell every post, but in the caption of the post that you are selling on, and when I say selling, I'm saying this post is designed around getting people to make an appointment with you. You have to tell them in the caption, click on the link in the bio, and they'll know what that means, okay? So next, hashtags and follows. So this is how we start to grow. We want to start off by looking for hashtags relevant to your niche or niche, however you pronounce it. If you go into the bottom row in your account, on your app, there's a little magnifying glass, and that's your search function. And then, so you want to start hashtag searching. And so start with just hashtag your city, okay? So, I have two offices. I'm in Burien right now. So I do hashtag Burien, we're just south of Seattle, but it's its own little deal. So I wouldn't hashtag Seattle, because people aren't going to drive here from Seattle. It's 20 minutes away. And so the point being is hashtag Burien or hashtag your town, El Paso, Capel, Texas, or San Diego, California. Hashtag your city to start. And it's going to list all the businesses around you that have Instagram accounts. And what we want to start to do is find the appropriate ones and then start to follow them, those businesses, and the people that follow those businesses. So, and you can do other chiropractic offices. That would be totally fine because those people are interested in chiropractic. And just because they're following that chiropractor doesn't mean that they are going to that chiropractor. And who cares if they are? This is the wild, wild west, okay? So I don't think there's any Instagram police that's gonna come and throw you behind bars for following other doctors' followers. But the point being is we want to, and part of this is just you getting comfortable using the app, okay? Because it takes a little bit. So I'm gonna go into the search function. We're gonna start by hashtagging our city, and we're going to see all the businesses. We're gonna start following the businesses. We're gonna start following their followers. We're gonna start then engaging. Okay, so once you start following all those people, then you're going to start getting, more and more, posts in your feed, and so start engaging with them, like them, like heart them, double tap them, say, hey, this is so cool, like start engaging, okay, so that people know who you are. And by the way, when you follow someone else, a lot of people will follow you back. So, okay, so this is why we're following people. This is one reason why we're following people, because we want to grow our own followers, right? So, and then as we look at all these posts, we want to start engaging with them and, commenting on them so that we start to build a little bit of a community so people know who you are. Oh, is that the chiropractor Don, the 152nd? It's that type of thing. So we're really trying to stay local because we want to engage with our community, in our city, and start to, get to know people and have people get to know us. And then once you start posting, if someone writes something or makes a comment, you better engage with them and write back. Do not let a comment go unresponded to, okay? So next, shout outs. Now this is where we start to can get some rapid growth. As you do the earlier stuff, hashtags and follows and all that type of stuff, you'll start to grow your account. You're going to start to make friends, from a social media standpoint, in your community, and that's great. And so this is where kind of biz dev comes into play, because what we want to start to do is first start to share other people's content that you like. So you're a chiropractor, say you like this restaurant a lot, start sharing their posts, right? Because you really like the restaurant, you're going to share their information or their post with your followers, even though you only have, not that many at this point. That's okay. Even if it's a couple hundred, you're telling a couple hundred people that, hey, think about that. Or if you have 75 followers, you're telling 75 people that follow you, hey, this restaurant's pretty cool. So that restaurant is going to see that and they'll be like, oh, cool. Dr. Vince shared my post the other day. And so what you want to do is do that for a little bit, start sharing other people's content, and then you reach out to them and you can direct message them. So once people then follow you back, you have the ability to direct message. And so you send out a direct message, say, hey, I'm the chiropractor over 152nd. I love your restaurant. I see that you're crushing it on Instagram. Man, I should have started earlier. Would you be interested in doing a shout out or sharing some of my content or, doing some influencer marketing, that type of thing? And they'll say yes or no or maybe. And now this, in terms of paying for influencer marketing, and by the way, what's an influencer? It's someone with a bunch of followers. And now in a local community, I would say that's somewhere between 1,000 and 25,000, right? There's restaurants and stuff that they'll have, if they're really actively engaging and pushing Instagram, they may have 20,000 followers or 10,000, and that's a lot, okay? For a small business, that's a lot these days. And so what I would say is, reach out to them and say, I really want to grow my account. And so, are you open to doing any influencer marketing? You have a lot of followers. I don't know what it would cost per post or what, you would think would be acceptable, but just anyways, point being, open the dialogue. And then currently, with accounts that range, it's all over the place, but it starts around, 10, 20 bucks a post and it goes way up from there. So the more followers you have, the higher the price tag. But that will if you use those tactics, it's going to rapidly grow your account. And then when they do give you a shout out or a share, try to make sure that they mention you in the caption. And that means they're going to put your username at Dr. Vince Leone or at Dr. Bob Smith, whatever it is, in the caption. And then so people will click on that, they'll go to your bio, they'll follow you, etc. And then finally, analytics, make sure you're tracking everything, okay? Because just like your practice, you're tracking stats in your practice, new patients, visits, BVA, blah, blah, blah. Track your information in Instagram. How many clicks on the link did you get this month? What your follower growth looks like? How did your shout out, turn out? What was the result of that? Which posts are most popular? Most likes, comments, and shares. this is going to show you what type of stuff that people liked, so you know what to focus on, you know? And then, by the way, if you get a post that really does very well, then you may consider promoting that and spending 10 or 15 bucks through Instagram marketing, and just promote it to a particular audience. And you can, and it's super easy. It's nothing like Facebook ads or Google AdWords. That's much more in depth. This is, I mean, and I don't know if they're going to get more in depth. I really like Instagram ads because they're so easy to do, but they allow you to create a custom audience, and you just, like I said, a few steps. Like you can run an ad in 5 minutes, spend 10, 15 bucks, see what you get, you know, and it's just testing. And by the way, in the beginning, don't worry about the numbers being small, the followers or the likes or the comments. Don't worry about any of that, because that's where everybody starts there. Everybody starts there. You just got to get committed and get consistent. So here's some tools. As you start to get more advanced, here's some tools that you may want to look into. Iconosquare for engagement, Social Blade for growth, Mentor.io for growth, and the Social Rank. That's going to give you more information about your followers. And then finally, here's your action items, Doc. So go ahead and tune up your bio, or if you don't have an account yet, go get your account. But tune up your bio, make it look really good, engaging, and make you look like a rock star. Have the proper link, you know, we're not doing this to waste our time. We're doing this to grow our business, okay? So have a proper link. Make sure you have developed that solid content strategy. Remember that aesthetics is key, make it look good. Utilize the growth tactics that we mentioned, the hashtags, the follows, the shares, the shout outs, the influencer marketing. You know, so do your share for shares, shout out for shout outs, etc. And typically when you're exchanging shout out for shout outs, your followers, your follower base is, you know, somewhere close to the person that, you know, that you're doing it with. So I'm sure that was already self-evident. And then finally, track your results, okay? So that we can see what's working, what's not, and then continue to do what's working well. So go ahead, check me out at Instagram at Dr. Vince Leone. Follow me, I will follow you back. And then I have this new free training for chiropractors at www.chiropracticconsulting.co. This is the 5x5 practice profit formula. So it's 5 videos on mindset, marketing, staff, systems, and money. And so what this is kind of the gateway drug to a new group consulting program I started just recently in the last month called DC United. This is something I'm very, very proud about. Up to this point, I've only done high-level consulting, typically $1,500 a month, and I focus in the peripheral neuropathy niche. I still do that. I still love that. But not a lot of doctors want to pay $1,500 a month for a consultant, and I don't blame them. I've done it, and I saw a lot of value out of it, but it's not typically sustainable forever. I mean, well, look, if you're in the niche, it is, right? Because you're in just that niche alone, you're doing $15,000, $20,000, $25,000 a month, if not more. But the point being is, in the traditional chiropractic space, what I wanted to do is create a program, which I did, called DC United, where it's group consulting and coaching. And so where we deliver a massive value for a very low cost. And so the first thing that members get is the Practice Accelerator. So this is my online masterclass in practice building. This is a $2,000 course that is, you know, for sale right now. And but you get access to that as long as you're a member. You get access to that, and that is a 5-week plus a bonus week online training system for covering mindset, marketing, staff, systems, and money. And then the bonus week is advertising primarily through social media, and it is awesome. And so that's the first thing that you get when you become a member. Then on a monthly basis, you get a new patient now marketing tactic. You get my monthly newsletter that I write personally. You get 2. So every other week we're doing live video conferences where we train on mindset, marketing, and systems. And then we have the other 2 weeks, so every other week from that we have live Q&A calls. where you call in and it's just open for calls. So all that is $400 a month. I mean, so it's super low price, and my goal is to really massively over deliver. And then you obviously have access to me via email as long as you're a member. So the idea being, I think it was Andre Agassi said, no one achieved peak performance without a coach. And there's so much kind of, so many doctors that are not achieving what they want to achieve in practice. And a lot of times it's just because they don't have someone in their corner that has already been there and has some proven tactics and strategies that they can implement, and then get feedback on what this didn't quite work. What did you experience here? Oh yeah, do this, that, and the other. And it's, I have a new member that he's so excited. He watched one video many times. I'm not going to say which one it is, but it made an impact in his life. And so, and then, I gave him his 90-day action plan. He just started one tactic. He got 2 new patients from that one little tactic. I mean, and it's a free resource. So these are the things that we do in DC United. And so it's a group of like-minded chiropractors. And so what that means is doctors that deliver excellent care with integrity, and they're looking to grow their practice and their life. So those are the 2 requirements. You deliver excellent care with integrity, and you're looking to grow your practice and your life. So those are the 2 requirements to be in DC United. As long as you got that, then you are welcome, and it's something that I think is going to be a very, very good thing for a lot of doctors. So that's it for this week. You can check that out at chiropracticconsulting.co. This episode has been how to start and grow your Instagram account rapidly. I hope this was helpful for you. If it was, go ahead and subscribe. If you're on YouTube, if you're on my blog, go ahead and give me a comment. Where are you at with Instagram? How many followers do you have? What are you going to use out of this episode to grow your account, etc. So I hope this was super valuable. I'm Dr. Vince. I'll look forward to seeing you next week. Take care.